Four teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome, folks, to AT&T Stadium, the home of the Cowboys, right here in Arlington, Texas. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Navy Midshipmen, taking on last year's national champions, the SMU Mustangs. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Hermstreet. Time to find out who's going to be moving on in the college football playoff. game is about to get underway. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen. That's good coverage there. In motion before the snap. Here comes a handoff. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Back to throw. It's Gardner. He's looking deep down the middle. Well, nearly an interception here on the opening drive. It's going to bring up 3rd down instead.
Well, this defense has got to be aware that this quarterback and this offensive coordinator, they're not afraid to take shots. Here we see it early in this game, throwing the ball downfield. The defense has got to be aware. Keep those safeties back. Keep your eyes up. Try to keep a lid on this offense and look for some turnover opportunities.
Finds that big tight end for a short pass. And it's good for a first down to the 36.
Oh, the defense, they get this offense to a 3rd down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Caught quickly. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
You know, this is what makes this receiver so dangerous. If you play him in man, he can run by you for a big play. You decide to sit back in zone, and he's got the savvy and instincts to be able to find that soft spot in the zone, make a catch, and be dangerous after the catch as well.
Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Breaks free. Brought down after a solid run by the senior.
I like how the offensive coordinator here is getting pretty creative. Defense is obviously expecting a pass, so he decides to catch him off guard and goes with the draw play. Going to have to be more aware of that going forward.
Grabbed by the receiver. They stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
Headed for the end zone. Touchdown, Navy, as they claim the lead in this playoff game. We come out in the playoff game for no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense, but they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. From the pistol formation. Looking for some space. It's Jamison.
Well, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
Behind the line, it's Jamison. He stopped out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield. They beat the blitz there with the pressure bearing down quick. He just dumped it off to the back.
A nice job of just keeping his eyes downfield because you're right, that pressure got to him in a hurry. Thankfully, the running back was right in his line of sight. He's able to dump it to him as a safety valve, and he picked up the first.
Oh, and he misfires just beyond the receiver's grasp.
Oh, man, I really like the route here by this wide receiver. Does a nice job of separating, creates some space there. The quarterback, unfortunately, just puts that ball too far out in front of him.
Quick throw, the catch is made. It's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking to pass. It's Leon. He escapes the pocket. Looks like he's going to run it. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's fourth down. Through one period, these teams are finding out that playoff games just feel different. Who can handle the nerves better as we head to the second? The Mustangs will come to the line here, looking to keep the drive going on fourth down. Needs a completion here on fourth down. Screen to the wide receiver. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going.
I thought the defense did a pretty good job here on this fourth down, but how about the quarterback? Throws an absolute laser to get that one in there for the first down.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice gain. Instead, he's looking for the big play, bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
Looking to pass here on second down. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Now in third and very long. Looking to throw. Looking to scramble. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure works. They're going for it, but the offense needs 13 yards on this fourth down. And the Mustangs will look to convert here on fourth down. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Running out of time in the pocket. He'll be brought down on fourth down, and the drive ends with a sack.
Now, the quarterback's got to get the ball out of his hands. He had a lot of time back there in the pocket, looking over the field, desperately trying to find an open receiver. Nobody's open, but he still has got to take off or try to make a play. Instead, he's sacked, and it's a turnover on downs.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking to throw. It's Gardner. Quick throw to the flat. It's a screen. They stop him, but this offense is threatening now at the plus 43.
Chris, man, I have no idea how you let that guy get that open. You know for a fact, all week long, in fact, they brought it up in our meetings yesterday, that they've got to stop this receiver, and then you lose track of him? Well, they're lucky that didn't go as a touchdown.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. He's going for a big play downfield. Catch made inside the 10. Touchdown, maybe. Great connection there for 6 points. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense is shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Gives it to the back. They pick up 4, so second down and 6 coming up.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Again, makes it second and medium. Using his legs, it's Jamison, the senior, able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
To throw, it's Leon. Goes to his right side there for the completion. The Mustangs keep the football on the move. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down.
Good job here by this offense coming up with his first down on that 3rd down play. They knew they were going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Defense makes the stop very close to a 1st down.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned with getting pressure on the quarterback. But here the defense does a good job of coming off of coverage and chasing down the receiver.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
Fires it to the wideout. What a catch! They make the stop, but it's a big play for 31.
This coach isn't holding anything back today. Plenty of time left, and the confidence to go for it is very telling in the faith he has in his guys.
On 1st down, it's play action. Moves out of the pocket. Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. 2nd down play now coming up.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not a great return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out his scoring threat. They'll set the offense up at the 31.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. Rough start to the drive. They lose 4. Makes it now 2nd down and 14. Dropping back. It's Gardner. Lets it fly to the wideout. Oh, the pass is picked off.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Finds his man. It's Green. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
A running back who can take a check down like that and turn it into a gain, can be a quarterback's best friend. And it's an easy way to rack up those touches and get the ball to your playmaker in the open field.
Now a chance to cut into this lead before halftime. It's 1st and goal. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. 1st and goal, handoff. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I love that this defense is still fighting and still attacking. They're defending a 1st and goal play, and instead of just laying down and letting the offense score, no, they're not backing down. They get penetration, come up with a tackle for a loss.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Intercepted in the end zone. He's brought down quickly, but that takeaway was a huge play for this defense.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now, this isn't working.
So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. And now the handoff. He's got the first and still going. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff and brought down at the line with that big defensive tackle. Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Dropping back, it's Gardner. On the move now. They'll try a pass here. Looking right, this one caught. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield. Navy getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
The throw complete to the running back underneath. He stopped, but he gets a 1st down.
Man, Chris, everything seems to be clicking for this offense. And if they can keep this up through all 4 quarters, it could get really ugly by the 4th.
He's running out of time here. He bought some time, now lets it go. Pulls it in. It's Glass. Tackle finally made down at the 13-yard line.
Yeah, you know this defense is going to be frustrated after giving them multiple conversions now on 1st downs. There's another one. But for the offense, and they're just playing very efficiently right now.
Going absolutely nowhere. It'll be a loss on the play.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
He escapes the pocket. On the move, trying to scramble for the 1st down, comes up short. And now the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. So here we go, 3rd down. Defense needs a stop here, trying to force a field goal attempt. Can he get there on the ground? They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal. The offense calls a timeout here. That's their 3rd and final of the half. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Looking downfield, it's Gardner. And it's incomplete. Even on a 1st down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Okay, now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Makes a quick catch. Touchdown, Midshipman. drive with 6 points.
I mean, body blow after body blow. It just cannot get any worse for this defense. The offense, once again, driving the ball down the field, puts the ball into the end zone for another touchdown.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And here's the return from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. Looking to throw it on first down. Taking a deep shot here to the right. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. Tackle after the pick, and that'll do it for the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Navy will kick it off as we start the second half. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Quick throw to the left. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Chris, with this style of RPO, the quarterback has to do a really good job of staying on that ride with the running back to make sure that the defense is really up against the run before he can pull it out and throw the football. Here, it's a little further downfield, but the same result as far as the potential and the big gain coming off of an RPO.
Here's the second down play. Catch is made down the middle. They get him down with a big gainer to the 42.
Great play call by the offensive coordinator. Outstanding job of executing by the quarterback. And with the defense trying to stop the run, the quarterback felt that, made a nice throw to the receiver. Look at this result. Some positive yards.
Still looking for that elusive touchdown, but finally this offense is moving. First down and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Moves out of the pocket. Gets rid of it on the move. Deflected by the defense and incomplete.
Even though that was incomplete, that was a savvy play by the quarterback to escape the pocket and the pressure to avoid taking the sack there.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 42. Back to throw. It's Leon. Oh, the quick throw falls incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive down multiple scores. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Sometimes you find that open receiver who's short of the sticks, and you hope the run after the catch will be able to give you the first down. The defense does a good job of keeping him short of the sticks. Let's see what they do here.
4th down, looking to throw for it. Looking for his big tight end. He's got it, enough for a first down. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout or then check him out. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Takes the handoff. It's Jamison. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. He's got it near the end zone. Tackle is made at the 4. It'll be 1st down and goal.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that 1st down there on 3rd down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
Ball back at the 6 for 2nd and goal off that loss. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Well, they're getting closer, but they're obviously thinking that this is 4-down territory. At this point in the game, trailing the way they are, they've got to come up with a play to put this ball into the end zone.
Gibby keeps it himself. Touchdown, Mustangs, as they fight back here in this playoff game.
Because that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
PAT is good, makes the score 21-7. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And they stop him short of the 25 there. Offense begins at the 22. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. Looking to throw. It's Gardner. The pass rush closing in. Pursued and dropped back at the 8-yard line.
Well, I'll say this defense went in at halftime, made some adjustments, and they look like a different group here in these first few plays.
2nd and long, backed up at the 8-yard line. Throws to the tight end. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. And we're able to get him down.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
Tackle made, but a big play all the way to the 48. Navy getting set for the 1st and 10 now. Handoff here from the shotgun. Powers through.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
And they try the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
And it's a nice job by this defense. They saw option, actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read. Then they corral him for a loss. You can tell they worked hard on that in practice.
The pocket breaking down. The pass rush gets home.
Well, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands. But the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. The receiver grabs it. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, that time they're able to work the slot across the field on the drag. Precise route and a good throw.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Scanning the field. It's Leon. It's a quick grab. The gain is not enough for first down, so it brings up a 4th and short. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Fires it on the move. A misfire on the pass as time in the period runs out. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. As we head to the 4th, we could be in store for a classic finish. A spot in the next round of the college football playoff is at stake. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
That's exactly how you want to start this drive, working with a lead in the 4th quarter. Take as much time off this clock as possible. That's a great way to get this drive started.
Caught over the middle. It's Glass. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down. The offense with 3 tight ends now on first down, trying to create a mismatch.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
Second down play coming up for this offense. It's an option look. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Boy, they go with the quarterback option here, and the play just didn't seem to feel like it had much of a chance. The execution just off. You've got to either keep that or pitch it. He was a little bit hesitant and allowed the defense to get to him.
A quick throw out left, complete. And he's brought down just short of the marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the first down. Fourth down, the offense will go for it. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. Touchdown, Navy! Still no answer for this offensive machine. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Looking downfield. It's Leon. On the move now. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Well, that's just being crafty right here by this quarterback. It's not there. You pick up what you can and stay ahead of the chains. And who knows, do this enough, they'll have to start spying on this quarterback, which could open up some passing lanes that weren't there before.
Quick throw to the left side. And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it.
Now, the passing game just hasn't been consistent today. It's plain and simple. They might not quite be out of it yet, but they have to start connecting soon, or this one will be over.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Grab behind the line. It's Jamison. And he's tackled just short. First down marker. Good job by the defense.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. Quick pass, the catch is made. And the Mustangs are moving quickly down the field. This line getting set up. It's a first down play.
Fourth down conversions through the air like this are always a huge sigh of relief, not only for the quarterback who's battling nerves, but the receiver is
looking deep down the right side. And it's caught outside the 10 and still going. All the way to the end zone. What a play. Touchdown, SMU.
Chris, the quarterback looks up, sees a wide-open target. Sometimes those throws are harder than the ones where they're tightly covered. But he makes a nice throw, and it's an easy touchdown for this offense.
The extra point is good. Still a 2-touchdown deficit, 28-14. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And now the kicking team has called for a timeout before the kickoff. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half as they try to make some adjustments here. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. On the hands team, all over that to make the recovery. And here comes the Navy offense back out onto the field now. Looking to pass, it's Gardner. Screen to the receiver in the flat. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
It can be hard sometimes in the pre-snap, but if the quarterback can identify the outside coverage, he can avoid these kind of losses. This was just man coverage on the outside, and the secondary pounced on that screen.
Second down, looking to throw it. Looking for a man deep down the left side. Caught near the goal line. And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, Navy. That's another strike from this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against this secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. He'll hand it off. Breaking free at the 35. And he breaks loose down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Mustangs. He broke away and they couldn't catch him.
Well, it's just a matter of time till this guy found the seam and took it to the house. Unbelievable job by the offensive lineman, allowing him to get to that second and third level. And with his kind of speed, no chance of bringing him down.
PHC cuts it to a 14-point game, 35-21. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. On the hands team does their job and secures the recovery. And the Navy offense comes back out onto the field. They've really built momentum in this game. It's been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here?
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Pounding away with the run game. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
A good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
Offense comes up on first down in 13 personnel. This can create some problems for a defense. From the shotgun, handoff inside. They finally stop him at the 8. It'll be first and goal. It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense tries to put the finishing touches here on a lopsided victory. The midshipmen come to the line on first and goal. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. They'll try to run it in on first and goal. And he's finally tackled at the 3. Defense getting pushed backwards.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Offense getting set. It's second down. And the quarterback just takes a knee. Offense sets the formation. It's third down. Ball is snapped, and the quarterback will just take a knee.
This has been a great game and a great opportunity for this offense to show what they've been all about all year. They win today, and they advance to the next round.
So here comes the kicking team on the field. They'll settle for 3. And a chance here to build the lead, make it a 3-score game in the final quarter. He got it. The field goal is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So this was an intriguing matchup coming in. We weren't sure which way it was going to go. Kirk, what do you think made the difference today?
Well, I think it's the critical moments, the third downs, the